Welcome to the Any Last Words podcast. Four overzealous friends severely in over their heads navigate what they claim to be areas of their own expertise, be it nerd culture, politics, or critiquing media.
Join us, if you will.
For these may very well be
Our last words.
Nec ultima verba.
I nearly fell down an escalator.
Nice.
I've done that before.
Well,
What?
look,
Why is this so common?
They put shit in their burgers, like chemicals and crap, which makes you addicted to it. So
I'm pretty sure it's worse in America though. Like they
Oh,
put
yeah.
like actually like a whole ton of chemicals.
Everything in America is worse.
Yeah.
Starbucks literally failed in Australia because
we
they
hate
didn't.
that shit.
We actually have standards when it comes to coffee.
ooh.
Yeah, Americans
fucked,
suck my
Americans.
ass.
3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome everybody to the debut episode on Spotify of the Any Last Words podcast, rated 5.7 bacon bits out of 12 baguettes. I'm here directly across from me, my first favorite human, second favorite host, and first favorite anthropologist.
Woo! Hey, it's me, Jay. Hope you guys are doing well. That's all I gotta say. I hope you're doing good.
Lovely. Adjacent to Jay, we've got.
It's Budgie, your
Woo.
favorite gamer girl.
And come on, guys, it's the debut.
I can't
the
believe
truth.
it. I really. Last week he was late, and this time.
Guys, let me in.
It's the Spotify episode, Brandon. You can't be late for the Spotify episode.
And
I
yet,
don't even know what Spotify is.
That sounds like a you problem.
that
Yes,
doesn't
it-
surprise me either.
It doesn't.
Alright,
Anyways,
let me in.
sorry, I was late.
Why?
Basically, you see, I had to. Okay, it's a long story really, but I had to dress up as an old man.
Any particular reason why? Do
Okay.
elaborate.
Is that
So,
like a fetish thing?
It's not a fetish thing, no.
How much
no,
money
no,
were
no.
you paid?
No, I didn't.
Where can I get paid?
But your job.
What?
True.
Because I have one of those.
Exactly.
Hey.
Hey,
We don't
big
have
brain.
jobs.
Jobs are for weird people who don't know how to get on the dole.
But no, in all actuality, I did have to dress up as an old man. Basically, so at uni, which we've all started by now, just to clarify.
We have
yes.
actually.
We have indeed.
Well, my course is pretty intense so far. We had to come into class dressed up as a character that we created.
Fucking furry.
Well, actually, there were a couple.
I'm sure there
So
were.
you're
That
meant
makes
to
sense.
be an old man.
I chose to be an old war veteran who has lived for 100 years and lived through all world wars plus every other war. It was
Kind of boring.
quite a boring.
I was gonna
concept.
say that's really good, but I mean, yeah, that's
Technically-
boring as hell.
Wouldn't he have to be in like 2010 because like World War One was 1914
Dude,
and it's 2020, so if he was like 100 years
I
old,
basically
he
made him
would've missed it.
immortal. Honestly, I didn't plan this character out whatsoever. My poor partner.
Lovely.
I just kept rambling on like an old man would about all random sorts of stories from my past. I made up some things about.
How about you save that for later? Because it sounds interesting. Not
not.
really, but I just want you to shut up.
That's fair.
Damn!
You got shut down.
That's basically what I did on the day.
Yes.
Wow.
Bow.
Acting exactly like an old man.
Yeah,
Exactly.
But speaking of university, we have, as we stated, all started university. This is the first episode where we've all actually had at least a week. Mainly me, because I started the latest out of the four of us.
Lucky.
Loser.
Yeah. What? How dare you?
Two very different reactions.
Damn! Damn! Anyways, yeah. How did you guys find your first couple week of university anyways?
Found it on the map. Yeah.
Brandon.
Well, lots of embarrassing moments, lots of fun moments, lots of embarrassing moments again. And
Do you want to talk about any of them? Rather than just
Okay,
vaguely
I nearly
allude
fell
to
down
them?
an escalator.
Nice.
I've done that before.
Well,
What?
look,
Why is this so common?
let me give you some context. You ever been
No,
in
I
one of
actually fell down.
Oh.
Sorry, continue.
those... Oh, good.
Get into that later.
Have you ever been in one of those situations
No.
where you're socializing with someone you don't know that well, and then it gets awkward when neither of you can actually find something to talk about?
Me talking to my father.
Yeah.
No, I have had that quite a lot.
That happened to me, and see, leading up to my building, there's an escalator that only goes up, right? There is not one that goes down at all. And basically, what happened was, I was so desperate to get out of this social situation
Oh,
that
no.
I forgot that escalator only went up.
Oh no.
It's worse.
This is some Looney Tunes shit.
The guy was looking at me funny, and I'm like, why, don't look at me like that. And then I took one step on the escalator. Fortunately, it carried me up to safety, but that was still quite embarrassing for like all my classmates who saw it.
Brandon,
Oh my god.
I know.
I love
And
that.
you know what the best part is? I ended up sitting next to that guy on the train all the way home.
So awkward.
Yes.
That's
Oh, no.
awkward.
We.
That was your chance to use it as a bonding thing.
It was a bit, yeah.
It
Yeah.
was
You'll get there.
one day.
You'll get there.
One day. That's. Wow. That was my first week of uni.
I'm sure there was more to actually, no, there was that model, wasn't there? That rather interesting class.
Ooh.
Do go into that. Go on, still.
So basically, I had my first life drawing class.
Okay, just context in case some of our new viewers don't know.
In case you're uncultured.
Brandon is doing an animation course.
Oh,
which
yes.
means that he has to study real life things, including people.
Yes.
And a life drawing class is where a bunch of artists or people kind of circle a model that's stationed in the middle of the room, and they are naked because you need to see all the forms of the body, so they have no clothes on.
Yes.
All
exactly.
of them.
So you actually did that?
Yes.
Like
And-
you have someone naked and it's just like, oh.
Exactly. But that
I've done
wasn't
one
the
of them
problem.
before. They're actually really cool.
Yeah.
If you're mature enough, you'll get past
See,
the fact that they're naked.
The problem
And it's-
wasn't that she was naked. The problem was just how it happened. Because we were all anticipating it to be like we come into the room and she comes out of like the back room or something like that, right?
Oh.
And what ended up happening was our lecturer was telling us how to go about drawing the forms and functions and that sort of thing. And in the background, she just drops her skirt in front of all of us. And you can just collectively see the whole class just look up as if it was a scene from The Office. Just like deadpan stare like, oh. Yeah. See, it's fine that she was naked.
The strip tease cost like a couple extra bucks, Brendan. You didn't pay premium, alright? You're just getting the business fucking program, right? Just on and off.
It was.
Exactly.
Oh wow, that's actually super fun. I know when I did a life drawing class, she didn't Actually, no, she did something similar to what you did.
Oh, really?
We were
That's
all
normal.
already set up at easels and
It's
stuff.
almost
And
as
she
if
was
they
just
don't make
there.
a big
She
deal out of
walked
it.
out while the person was explaining and like in the middle of what to do, and then she just dropped it.
See, the thing is, there was like a back room and everything for the person to get changed and stuff.
Oh.
She walked in there and out multiple times, and then she decides to just drop her skirt on stage while the lecturer is talking, and just everyone's collective deadpan stare in random directions that wasn't at her. It was. Whew.
To be fair though,
I'm
if
sure
that
that's
was
a thing
like,
that they'd love to see.
yeah, exactly. Like if that's your job, isn't that how you want to get kicks out of it?
Yeah.
Like you want to like fuck
That would
with
be
people.
normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
You
don't
want
want
to
to
see these like just young adults be so awkward around you. They're so confident.
They're
they do
art
not
students.
I
They're all
know.
virgins.
Yeah, exactly, and they
basically.
just get to see how awkward and flustered everyone gets. That'd be funny.
That was basically it. But other than
It's
that,
a massive power move.
It really was. My God. Yeah. And the bloody lecturer, he didn't even give a damn either. Yeah.
Right. How about you, Budgie? How was your first weeks at university?
Not too bad. You know, because I had to do chemistry. And I've never done chemistry before. So at first it's just like kind of like scary.
How's
But-
it? Chemistry is terrifying.
Yeah, chemistry.
I hated studying that. in year
It is
10.
kind of
Same.
terrifying to look at.
Yeah.
But I mean, I do enjoy it, like still, because it's like, it's really interesting and it's fun, especially in the lab. We used to like chemicals. Woo, 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 woo.
Chemicals.
Woo!
Cook your own meth.
We did an experiment today, and like we made like this really cool like jelly thing, and it just looked
Gelatin
really
meth.
cool. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it might have been actually. But yeah,
Lovely.
Oh yeah. Have you made any friends yet?
I made a couple friends.
Yeah.
Out of rocks or like people friends? We're talking like
I
chemistry
mean, close
friends?
enough with rocks.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a cool.
I mean, yeah, I've met a couple of new friends. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
As you should.
I love that. You, Callan, Callan started
This is my
university the
fourth
first.
week.
Yeah, so he's
Yeah.
really ingrained.
I've always been
into
here
it.
for like a
So
month.
take us back. Take us back to your first week at university.
Let's see. What?
Set the scene. Just kidding. Just get to it.
When I was younger.
It all started when I was born.
Exactly.
When I was born.
One day I was conceived in the womb.
Anyways.
Honestly, what I find most annoying about the whole experience is how fucking big the campus is. Because
Oh my God,
I'm going to
massive.
UNSW. They've got their own fucking postcode.
Yeah. They're that big. They
Yeah.
had their own postcode. Like that is actually insane.
They've got 2 different stations, like light rail, like rail fucking tram stations on 2 different lines, and I ended up on the one that was on the exact opposite side of the campus from where my classes were. And it was about a 10-minute walk up many flights of stairs. Aside from that, honestly, I've been coasting. The whole experience has been rather spicy.
That's good.
Yeah, for someone who's done an entirely theory-based subject, the first lesson was literally why theory is inescapable from the entire subject.
At least we're
They
being
just drilled it
upfront.
into our heads, like, you're not doing anything interesting.
You're gonna fucking hate it! Or love it.
Like,
Well,
Or love it or hate it.
Yes, so far I have been loving it.
That's good.
Yes.
That's good. I know my first week, which was last week. Well, at the recording of this 2 weeks ago. We had orientation the week before we started, and it was kind of funny because I met my first group of friends on that Zoom call because we couldn't go in campus because like COVID and stuff. The only way that I actually met someone and got their like contact details was that we started talking in the chat while the lecturer was like answering questions and stuff. And this guy, we were like talking about like, oh yeah, drop your socials so we can follow. And then some guy put his socials in, right? But then the next message preceding that was that, wait guys, don't do it because this video, this Zoom call is being recorded and so are the messages. And it's going to be uploaded online to the public.
Just doxed himself.
Yeah.
Easy
So he
work.
literally doxed himself to everyone, and so the few people that followed him, which was me, I followed him right before the Zoom call ended because I was like, that's kind of funny.
Just a little
What an
bit.
idiot. and he made a group chat with all the people that followed him, and then thus I met the friends, my first set of friends, and
That's
we've been
great.
pretty tight for the first week, which is cool. But the guy that actually did it, he's actually really sweet, which is not what I was expecting, because he dropped his music account, obviously.
As
So a
one
bit of
does.
self-promo, which I respect.
Hey, you got
But
respect.
I have friends, which is great. And I know one of my music production courses, the professor pretty much just said, nothing exists, be kind to people. Something like that. Yeah.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah, exactly. So, very eventful, but I liked my first week. It was pretty chill. I got used to the campus, which is nice.
Lovely.
Well, my side of the campus.
Yeah.
I don't know anywhere beyond the music part. Yeah.
Yeah. Not gonna lie though, like the culture is interesting, and by that I mean there's way too many food options. Like
I wish
we've
we
got
did
fucking
more.
Subways and Boost juices and shit.
You guys have a lot. You have even a sushi train, don't
We've
you?
got our own like little
We
sushi
have Subway
store. We've got a
and a
boba
we have Subway and a couple of cafes.
We have
Yeah.
a really nice cafe. The
We've got
Terrace.
$5 beers. Get sucked in.
We have the Terrace, and
There's, like-
actually the coffee
yeah.
is actually really good.
Wow.
There's like cafes in each building.
Yeah.
As well. It's great.
yeah,
Yeah.
imagine.
It's a really nice place to just chill and study.
Damn.
I caved in and I bought a campus site burger because the chick behind the counter was like, "Oh, we make the beef ourselves. It's really good. You'll love it. I fucking promise." She didn't say fucking, but you get the idea. Like
Yeah.
she was selling it hard, and it's like, wow, I've been staring at this window for like 2 seconds. I can't not get the beef burger after she's obviously trying to sell it to me before it goes off. So
True, true.
Exactly.
She just throws it at you. It's like,
Essentially,
take
like,
it!
she
Yes!
picks it up from the fucking window, and
Please,
I can see the
take
bloke
the
behind.
burger.
Take my beef.
Essentially, yeah. But it was
Was
a
it
nice
good?
burger. It
Oh.
was nice.
It was actually
it
good.
wasn't outstanding. It's like it's still like like I could do better.
Better
at
than
home.
Macca's.
It's better than Macca's
Yeah.
essentially,
That's
and they put shit in their burgers like chemicals and crap, which
They
makes
do.
you addicted to it. So
I'm
like,
pretty sure it's
that's-
worse in America though. Like they
Oh,
put
yeah.
like actually like whole ton of
pretty much
chemicals.
everything in America is worse.
Yeah, have you guys
Except
seen
for
Arby's?
They don't have a lot of regulation when it comes to like portioning and also like the chemicals that they can put in, so they can get away with shoving in a lot more MSG, salt, sugar,
Yeah.
sugar in your burger. It keeps you addicted to it.
Again, look at Arby's. You seen that crap? It looks so good.
Brandon would willingly
Brandon, oh.
put himself into
Brandon
type
wants
1
to get
diabetes
diabetic.
category.
Well, you know what? Just one bite. That's all. I want to know what it's like.
I want to know what a lot of
That's-
food from America is
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
Because I know their coffee, for one, is shit.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
It's so, there's
Yes.
nothing like Australian coffee.
There
right?
really is.
Their idea of coffee is just black coffee with like a shit ton of sugar.
That's what
and
like
cream.
Starbucks pretty
Whipped
much.
cream.
It's
That's,
essentially
that's why
fucking Starbucks.
Starbucks literally failed in Australia because
We
they
hate
didn't.
that shit.
We actually have standards when it comes to coffee.
Ooh.
Yeah, Americans
fucked,
suck
Americans.
my ass. But like, you know, I feel sorry for you guys because you have shit coffee all the time.
Yeah.
If you when people come to like Australia and they order coffee, they're like, can I have like the mocha frappuccino shit? And I'm like, what the hell is that? They ask
Flat
for a
white, that's all that
frappuccino,
exists.
and I'm like, hello? That's a frappe and a cappuccino at the same time. What do you mean like?
How the
a
fuck
coffee
does that
frappe?
work?
A coffee frappe? That's what you're asking for, not a fucking frappuccino in a grande cup. It's large.
Oh my god.
And if you want to know why I'm so mad about this, it's because I work in a cafe. And the amount of Americans that I encounter is actually a lot.
Really?
Yeah, it's a lot more than I thought, especially before
Yeah.
Corona.
Mm.
Yeah.
There was a lot of Americans, and I was like, what are you doing in my suburb?
The IQ.
Like that.
Okay.
That was
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
There isn't even pumpkin. There isn't even actual like pumpkin in the pumpkin spice shit. It's all fabricated. It's all artificial. There's absolutely no
What
pumpkin
isn't artificial?
content. I mean, everything's artificial.
Everything's
at this point.
artificial.
But like the pumpkin spice latte, people get offended when they think, "Oh no, there's no pumpkin in my latte. It was never there.
It's just sugar latte.
It's sugar with some other bits that are orange that makes it taste a little bit like pumpkin." There's no caffeine in there either. It doesn't taste like coffee. That's why it sells so well. Because like it's so absurdly sweet that like it's got the addicting parts of the caffeine,
God,
but none of the
Americans are
taste.
so weak.
You guys are so fucking pussy
Like, I'm
ass
sorry,
bitches.
I'm sorry, guys.
I
Like,
mean,
we're-
I
we're
put coffee.
clowning on
I put sugar in my coffee.
Yeah, but not-
Sure, but not that much.
Not that
We
much.
They
actually.
put coffee on their sugar.
Like coffee is the sugar.
You know, black sugar.
Would you like
black
the coffee with that sugar, sir? How many teaspoons?
No, but Americans, like, you guys are fine, but
No, you're
like,
not.
not really, but your coffee. Come to Australia. Go to Italy or somewhere wherever coffee originates.
Somewhere that
Anywhere
filters
else.
it
We
properly.
pretty much just took the coffee from Italy and just tried to make it ourselves.
I mean, hey, the Italians know how to make coffee.
Exactly. That's why ours is good because we got it from the source and not your colonized version of it.
I've been
My
to
bad.
Italy, and I've had coffee there.
This
Wow.
is
How was
true.
it?
It's actually good.
No wonder. It's
Yeah, I
Italy.
wonder why.
It's Italy.
As
I
it
like
should.
Italy. That's cool.
Gotta admit, coffee does nothing for me.
Really?
I know. I'm very, very strange in that regard, but
You're very
You're
strange.
just strange
general.
in total.
I know. Yeah, I know. Again, I nearly fell down an escalator, so that does kind of make a lot of sense. But yeah, in all honesty, though, do you guys like Arby's?
No.
I've never had it.
Never been.
Yeah,
there
We're in
never-
before.
Australia!
know.
Why
I
would
know.
you ask her? Okay, wait, actually, ask the audience. Audience, Americans.
All
Anyone
three of
who's
you.
have it.
4 or 5.
All 3 and 5. Blah, blah, blah.
Number.
Just Google
No.
Arby's and look at it and see if you like
Yeah,
it.
but
or
you
not.
can't fucking
Basically.
taste Arby's by googling
You can
it.
feel the heartburn before you've even tasted it. Alright?
Feel the heartburn!
You can.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Actually, no. What I said is a lie, though. The human brain is actually capable of just imagining the taste of almost anything. Right now, think of the taste of chalk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
wow,
you know
wow.
what chalk tastes like.
Oh, I
What?
Pretty good. Like a marshmallow.
Huh?
Something's
What?
fucking wrong
What?
with you.
I didn't know. Marshmallows aren't
No, I was
so
joking.
hard.
Are you sure? I
It
don't
was
think you're
and yolk.
joking.
Yeah, you're right. I wasn't. It's more like white chocolate.
Yeah.
Well, chalk isn't always white, so that doesn't make any sense. But regardless,
Irregardless, well, I was talking about this with Jay briefly a couple of days ago, and she was like, "How you have to fucking talk about it because it's fucking sick."
I did. It's actually awesome.
It is fucking sick.
The thing in question is
It's a native Australian megafauna, extinct and current.
a megafauna.
I put
Wow.
a title on that bitch.
Mega.
I came up with it just now.
Hey.
Megafauna, so like animals that are really, really fucking big.
Ah.
Think like dinosaurs and shit. Although the actual distinction line for Australian animals, because we've got a less diverse species column to work with, it's actually 40 kilos or over to be classified as a megafauna.
Damn.
Yes, so it's
Are
not
we
a very
classified
big
as
margin.
megafauna?
I mean, technically, yes. Because for the rest of the world, it's 60 kilos or bigger.
Oh.
I mean, technically, you can get humans under 60, but
I'm
those
still
are
a
what I call.
megafauna.
Yeah, exactly. You fit. You're a megafauna still.
I'm still a megafauna.
Hey, that sounds really cool. I'm not gonna lie, being a
It does.
megafauna.
But yeah.
So what is specifically megafauna are we talking about?
Australian megafauna.
No way!
Yeah, no, well. But like, I mean,
Wow.
Australian fucking nature is insane, and I figured I may as well just start it off. Like, I'll just go through a couple of the most interesting ones, which I knew that would be a hit. The Demon Duck of Doom. That is officially what it's being dubbed.
Hell yeah.
The Bolocornus planae, or aka the Demon Duck of Doom.
Was that in Demon Slayer?
But like, just imagine, like, Brandon went to the zoo a couple of days. You know what a cassowary is? You saw one,
Nice.
yeah. Now imagine that thing was 2.5 meters tall.
Oh, that's pretty
Just
big.
add like another meter or so to its height.
Yeah, wow, they're already pretty
I
big
know.
on their
It
own.
gets
yeah.
even worse though. Sturgeon's Thunderbird.
Whoa!
The Thunderbird.
Tell me more.
It's 3 meters fucking tall.
Holy moly, that's bigger than me!
For you
I know.
Americans.
That is indeed 10 feet tall essentially, and it was half a ton.
Jesus. Why is it called the Thunderbird? Does it like?
Well, I mean, we
Is it
did.
Thor?
Is it?
Does it carry a hammer?
It's Thor's personal bird.
That's-
Makes sense.
You may as well be. Like, when he comes down under, you know, it's like transferring from like riding on clouds to riding on a fucking Thunderbird. But you know, I mean, I imagine that's probably just what they theorized. It probably sounded like when the flock of them ran past or some shit like that, essentially.
That's cool.
But yeah, like, I mean, fucking giant birds. But like the most notorious one, I mean, I'm gonna say the best to last, but like the most notorious one was the Diprotodon, which was essentially a
Hey.
giant form of wombat, essentially.
Oh yeah,
It's like
I've
the
seen that one.
Yeah.
Oh, I
There's a
love them.
statue
Oh
which is
yes,
relatively
yes, yes.
local. I'm not
I
going
think
to
I've
say
seen
where.
that one. Yeah.
But it's the largest known marsupial to ever exist.
Mm.
Roughly about 2 3/4 of a ton, almost 3
Yeah,
tons in
yeah.
weight.
Those things I
right.
love.
And it's
so
the
much.
inspiration for the bunyip, which is what I think is interesting. What Jay's really excited about is the Megalania, or the Varanus priscus, formerly the Megalania prisca, a giant carnivorous goanna. We're talking like 7 meters long. It would have been the largest carnivorous reptile of its time at the era. Like, we're talking like preceding the Tyrannosaurus Rex, largest reptile since then. And just to add to it, the thing was fucking poisonous.
Yeah, that is
Woo!
epic.
And it gets even better.
Really?
We've got fucking cave art of this son of a bitch.
yeah.
Like, we've got evidence of the Aboriginal peoples, like, encountering fucking giant 7-meter long goannas. There's
I
one
love my
particular
people.
depiction of a Megalania wandering into the ocean, being attacked by a great white shark, which it then proceeded to kill and drag out onto
Oh
the
my
shore.
god, really?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. That's insane, actually.
I know. And like there have been multiple like Dreamtime stories which have been credited to have been originated like around this creature. Credited to, like, I mean, it's very unlikely that they were talking about another ginormous poisonous lizard, which just so happened to be an iguana. But Mangungali, which is what they called it, was a giant lizard, according to Dreamtime, which is terrorizing villages with its venomous bite and ginormous appetite and whatnot. And the locals made a deal with a snake which would trick Mangungali into giving up its venomous sac. And they used that as like the story to explain as to why snakes were venomous. Brandon, you dropped your mic like maybe a couple minutes ago. You fucking
So
idiot.
sorry. Wow.
God, how long have they not had you? Thank goodness you don't talk. Ever.
I know, right?
I know.
Just make weird sounds.
Yeah, there's probably like a loud clanging noise somewhere.
Yeah.
We're not gonna fix that.
No,
Apologies.
I'm not fixing that.
Not at all. But yeah, like I find it interesting that like compared to like the rest of the world, which just developed their cultural thesis on like gods and men, especially the Greeks with their copious amounts of fornication with deities and whatnot. But the Aboriginal people were like, nah, man, we're down to fucking earth. It's just really well grounded, and I think that's interesting. And everyone's looking at their phones all of a sudden. I feel like we've just gotten really antisocial. What is
Listen,
this
I'm
Gen
just
Z?
telling my boyfriend that I'll be home late.
Fair
enough.
enough, as you should.
But no, that's really interesting
Oh,
about the
no.
iguana.
Yes, it is.
Oh no, Brandon.
I don't know. Jay got really hyped because, like, I essentially told her that Aboriginal people spent tens of thousands of years fighting off to extinction, might I add.
That's
There is
amazing.
proof that the Aboriginal people hunted most of the largest megafauna to extinction.
Yeah, because we're like, bro, you're not giving back to us.
We don't want to
Bullshit.
fucking live with giant 7-meter long iguanas that are poisonous.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's not the greatest, man.
It
So
really
you know
is.
what? That's metal.
If
And I love my
anything.
people.
So
Yeah.
basically, Australia used to have like just dragons, pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, essentially, I mean,
Flying
what do
around,
you think the dragons came from? Dinosaurs, dinosaur
true.
fossils and whatnot.
That's very
Like
true.
a lot of the Chinese used to think that the dinosaur fossils were actually like remains of dragons, and that's why they ended up powdering that shit and turning it into medicine.
Ah.
And then they just went around eating dinosaur fossils.
Hell yeah.
Which should cure everything from toothaches to cancer. It didn't cure either, but they sure as hell believed in it. Just
that's
like
good.
how, I mean, that's not uncommon in Western society either. I mean, they were eating mummies and shit, and also they practiced cannibalism until like the 17th century.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm
They-
pretty
they-
sure
they
they were
had the
eating the
spirit.
Irish.
They had the spirit.
Yeah,
Okay.
fucking white people. Sure glad we don't have any of those here. Oh wait. Fine. Anywho.
For context, he was looking at himself.
Yes, because I am white and no one else is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow,
Don't you
how
love
the
when you explain a
turntables.
joke and it gets funnier when you explain it, Brandon?
I know, right?
I know.
I'm just a comedic genius.
Speaking of explaining things, Brandon.
Okay, so basically,
New
in order
segment!
to
Your segment, which we did last week, which was 2 weeks ago, because we took a break to
Done
set up
segment
Spotify.
again. It's Fun to Bust, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! This is our sponsorship pitch meeting segment, and today we have Brandon pitching his business. Why don't you tell us about this?
All right, guys. Welcome to Brandon's Brain Dead Butcher's Bar, the finest place on the earth, and that's for
Even
two-
finer than Disneyland?
Okay, wait, no, okay, hold up a second. No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
Disneyland just trumps everything else. All right.
Haha, you said Trump.
Yep, I did. Oh, that's an American reference.
Wow.
Wow.
Another reason why you lot
Funny.
are idiots.
Oh.
We have
Please.
ScoMo, it's okay.
Basically, though, Brandon's Brain Dead Butcher's Bar is quite an interesting place for two reasons. Number one, the employees there, they don't give a damn about you. They will make it their primary directive to ruin your night.
Just like my ex-wife.
Yeah, exactly like your ex-wife. That's why I hired her, Callan.
Oh, fuck.
Wow.
This is like premium
Wow.
service right here. You're really selling yourself. Like, you set out to do what it says on the box.
I know.
Do
It is,
go on.
Oh my god, it is one of the most pristine places ever. So it's a butcher's bar, if that makes sense. It's basically you've got the butchers. They just chop up some sweet damn drinks, all right, as well as a nice.
Butchers
pork on
chopping
the
up
side.
drinks?
Hell yeah, they do.
Damn.
They do it so fast, the glasses stay intact. It's
Whoa.
amazing.
Wow.
Quite
That is very
That
fast.
doesn't sound possible.
It isn't possible.
Oh.
That's why.
With a water
See,
jet, probably.
That's why we're struggling to get funding. We need to
Right.
make it possible. We need the money to make it possible.
Okay, so why would we give you any money? Right. Maybe let's do a scenario, a bit of a role play.
Okay.
Okay. So me and Budgie, we walk into your bar.
Yeah.
What do you do? What are we greeted with first?
There's a big sign that says "Do it yourself."
Oh.
That's what
Okay.
she said.
Heyo!
Damn.
What are we
son.
doing exactly?
Yeah. So we want to
Up
go
to you.
to Brandon's Brain Dead Butcher's Bar.
Yeah.
Right. We walk through the door.
Yeah.
what are we greeted with? Are we greeted by people?
Okay.
Is there anyone in here?
Picture this. You got a red carpet leading
I like red
into
carpets.
a nice, deep, brownish room with a foggy atmosphere, and it really makes it hard to see things.
How
Right.
expensive is it to have fog indoors at all
Oh,
times?
that's part of the reason why we can't actually get the whole butcher's thing to work, because we spent so much money on the fog.
Interesting.
So
Yes.
what is actually in there?
What is the
Okay.
business model?
So the idea is to have a bunch of butchers behind a bar. They chop up the drinks as you do, but then they've also got a pig on the side.
They've got a pig.
Yeah, the pig's name is
It has a name.
Yes, it does.
It has a
It's-
name.
Its name is Fat Jerry. That's the name of the pig.
Okay.
Yes.
Am I
What is
hearing
Fat
a Parks
Jerry
and
doing
Recs
here?
reference?
Well, something like that. Yeah, actually. But no. We don't copy anyone else. We're completely original at
Okay,
Brandon.
so Parks and Recs copied you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But basically, Fat Jerry, he's there as a display figure. He
Alright,
he
yeah.
has an apple in his mouth. He doesn't move, so he's really easy to take care of.
So he's dead?
No.
Sounds like my ex-wife.
Well, she is the one who's been taking care of him, so.
That explains everything.
Oh.
Yeah. And he doesn't need to eat. It's great. So it's so easy to take care of.
He
this
doesn't
thing.
need to eat.
No.
Are you sure it's
How
not
often
dead?
does he bath?
Not at all. But he really stinks, so we probably should try and force him at some stage.
Sounds about right.
He's really heavy though.
He sounds dead.
He's
Yeah,
not
he
dead.
does sound
Are you
dead,
sure?
like a
No,
ghost.
don't be silly. He's not dead. He's not dead, right?
I'd die if I
What
watched
type
a
of drinks
butcher
do you
have a drink.
serve?
What type of drinks? Oh, every kind of drink. We made up this new drink called it's called Jerry's Milk.
First of all, Jerry's a male.
Well,
At least it's a male name. What are you insinuating that this? Oh,
Please
no.
tell. What is this drink consisting of?
well, basically, one day Jerry's partner.
I don't want to know. Okay.
Okay.
What
All
other
of a
drinks do you
sudden-
have? What other drinks do you have?
What other drinks? Okay, you got your basic stuff like your tequila, your wine, your guitar, not guitar.
Okay, no, this is too good. Now we can't pass this up. Brandon's literally looking around the room and he's doing that thing where you like say whatever objects in your head while you're trying to come up with a lame excuse. He just happened to look at a guitar hanging from the wall and he's like, guitar.
Yeah,
So do you guys sell guitar flavored
We
drinks?
can if you want. They really rock.
Ah.
Uh,
Have you got a calendar? What about poster or fan?
Oh,
Or a
let me
couch?
tell you something. We got this brilliant type of drink. It's a new mixture, a new concoction that we invented. It's based off Callan's ex-wife. It's called Megan. Is that your ex-wife's name?
It might be.
Oh, well, it's
She
called
had at least a
Megan.
couple different names, you know, what with the identity theft.
Oh, whose identity did she steal?
Dexter.
Dexter,
Serial
the
killer.
cat.
Oh, we've got
serial
Dexter the cat there.
Serial killer.
Yeah, we've got Dexter the cat there as well. He's
Oh.
not in the same boat as Jerry. Don't worry. Jerry's like a king or queen. We don't really.
Hey,
have that.
no, Dexter's supreme. Like the supreme.
Dexter
Yeah, yeah.
supremacy.
Supreme of
If
supreme.
you stand Dexter, let us know down in the comments right now.
Please don't stand Dexter.
Okay, Dexter stands aside. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I don't know about the rest of you hosts, but this sounds kind of like a trash pitch.
This is not a trash
It's not as
pitch.
good as mine.
Think about
It
it.
really isn't.
Think about it.
You just
Imagine.
offered free money at the end of yours as like a get out of jail
Yeah,
free
exactly.
card.
What does
Brandon
want
offering
free money?
really?
No,
What
think
are you-
about
what
it.
are you
Imagine the
A
amount of
very
people.
gothic experience. If you think
Imagine
about
the
it.
amount of people who would want to come in and see a pig get slaughtered. Right?
No one wants to.
No.
No.
That's not the thing. You're being a mistake.
So he is dead.
No, he's alive. That's the trick. That's how we hook them in, and we keep them there by selling them
So you-
drinks.
Okay. So with a business, right? It's important to establish your target market.
Oh, yes.
So I'm guessing that your target market, Brandon's Brain Dead Butcher's Bar,
Yes.
is psychopaths.
Well, brain
And
dead.
say
Such
it.
as
Yeah,
my
brain dead.
ex-wife.
That's exactly. Yeah.
That makes a lot of
Again,
sense.
brain
Besides.
dead. We have standards here. All right. We only hire the
You
most
had
professional.
vegetable people. Oh my god.
No, you misunderstand me. This is possibly one of the best business opportunities I could ever possibly
Oh
offer.
really?
Yes.
Really?
Oh,
Why?
yes. I've already told you why.
What do I get out of it?
Okay, you get money.
Can I get some
Are you?
projected sales
You don't even
stats?
have enough money to get butchers.
Yeah, but if you fund us, then we can make money.
What
That's
do you
very
guys?
capitalist of
See?
Okay,
See,
actually-
think about it.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there.
Don't.
Why don't you walk out of the room while the rest of us hosts discuss whether the hell we're
Okay.
gonna fund your stupid idea or not.
I'll walk out of the room.
Alright, guys. So what are we thinking? Are you really on board with this idea? Because personally, I'm not. He
I wanna
seems like
see
a
if
bit
he
of
gets
bit of a nutcase, really.
My main issue is that when he started listing what drinks they had, they didn't have anything stronger than wine.
Yeah,
True,
that's also
true.
another thing.
Or at
It's
least
not a
beer
very
or
good
something. I want
bar.
something cheap and like reasonable for me to consume. And if the place is gonna smell like shit and I want to get drunk on something that I like drinking,
Yeah.
wine isn't something that you sit at a bar and drink. You'd get called a lot of mean names and then thrown out.
Exactly. What about you, Budgie? What are you thinking about Brandon's brain dead butcher's bar?
You know, I don't even like alcohol in the first place. So, you know, it's a bust.
That settles it.
Yeah.
Alright,
Lovely.
you can come in now.
So, okay.
Get out.
Let me.
Be gone. Facts!
Well then, okay.
You're being
Well,
shut
I'm gonna
down.
stay because obviously, you
Okay,
know,
well
that's
then-
part
Okay,
of-
well,
Give me the
your
rest of the
idea
money,
can
I'm
be thrown
shooting
into
you.
the trash because it is a bust, ladies and gentlemen. Brandon's brain dead butcher's bar is a failure.
We should get a theme song.
Aww.
We should.
If we have a
insert
theme song by the time that this is done. That'd be hilarious.
Well, the theme
Well,
song would
thank
be
you
nice.
very much, Brandon's brain dead butcher's
Are you
bar,
really
for coming.
thanking me? Okay,
No.
sweet.
It's polite.
Of course.
James
just for
is
show.
polite. I'm not. Get fucked.
Get it. Woo.
Joke's on you already
Yeah.
started.
Hey. Oh.
It's going.
Hey. Alright, so. We speak. What are we
Yes.
speaking about again?
Demon Slayer,
Oh.
the movie.
Well, no, we were going to transition, weren't we? We were going to tell them that something was up with the audio and then we'd start.
Oh, everyone
So we're
just
just gonna
starts
do the-
screaming.
Ah!
Wow, that was crazy, guys. What just
That was
happened?
intense.
We just transported ourselves into the future.
Wow.
Yep.
It's like 6 days after we recorded the past 36 minutes.
Wow.
Wow.
I know, but you guys will never know.
Time
you're
travel.
Exactly.
Whoa, time travel?
Whoa.
Ooh.
Please
Yeah.
explain.
Gravity is an illusion. If we
Oh,
get
no.
10 likes on this video, I'll explain why gravity doesn't exist.
Time to make 10 accounts. Yep, there we go.
Yeah.
Does
Well,
it
if you're
mean
gonna
I'm
do that-
actually floating?
Well, no, because it's actually the curvature of space-time, but I'm not going to go into that.
Oh,
There-
I want to fly.
Well, we need 10 likes, obviously. Then
true.
we go into it.
Guys, can we please have 10 likes? We will talk about very interesting things.
Yes,
please.
we will talk about
Smash that
theoretical
like
physics.
We're gonna
Demolish
talk about
it.
space.
Please.
Whoa!
That's so cool.
Essentially,
That's so
theory
cool.
of relativity and special relativity and yada yada yada.
Yum.
Yeah, it's great. Yum. Eat that shit for breakfast.
Nom nom.
Anyways,
nom, nom,
hopefully
nom,
the
nom,
audio
nom.
isn't too unbearable for you guys. I'm sure it's not terrible.
Yes. For
Hopefully.
those of you who are extraordinarily dense,
Brandon?
essentially, yes, the Brandons out there. Yes, we are indeed recording the latter half of this episode in at homes, our respective homes. This is
Wow.
being recorded posthumously.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But the show must go on, as the saying shall say.
Yeah.
Well, the saying does say it does not shall say, for it already has said.
Damn, that was a lot to comprehend.
English major.
I
Wow.
woke up like,
Just get
An
your
hour
tenses
ago.
correct.
damn. That's what my English teacher said to me also.
Wow, really?
And I didn't listen to her.
Evidently.
Well, I mean, I tried.
You mean Laura?
No.
Just on your first name basis with your English teacher.
It was Patricia.
Oh no.
Right.
But yeah, hello and welcome to the second part of the Any Last Words podcast. Rated
How you doing,
7.2
guys?
bagels.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's great. I feel like we've just started recording this as if we've started recording a completely extra episode.
Yeah. I mean,
Kinda.
it is. It's bonus episode because we were able to get ourselves so organized so we could continue the episode. For
Bonus
you,
episode,
dear listener,
that's
you better
also-
feel enriched.
Yeah,
They're
but-
very organized people.
We're extraordinarily organized.
No, yeah. It's no good. We are so good at staying organized. Look at the time, guys.
I know, it's amazing.
But anyways,
But yeah, irregardless.
we had a very important topic that we wanted to discuss today, and it
We
was
did.
something that is quite recent to the recording of this episode. Last week,
Very true.
I think, or a couple weeks ago, a few of us in the podcast group went and saw a special movie, continuing from
Essentially
a
everyone but
series that we
Brandon.
watched.
Yes.
Pretty much
Yes,
everyone
true,
but Brandon, because he's
Basically.
Brandon.
Uncultured.
Brandon is
I
Brandon.
didn't want to say it, but as long as you said it.
Well, it's obvious. Everyone knows already. Let's be real.
True.
If you didn't guess it was Brandon, then phew, good luck to you in life, man. Jesus.
Whoa.
Yes, but this movie was the Demon Slayer movie. That
Dun,
is set on a
dun.
train. Set on a train.
To be specific, I believe it was what? Demon Slayer Mugen Train or whatever the fuck.
Something like
how
that.
would they pronounce that?
I
I
am
mean,
not
Kimetsu no
Japanese, so
Yaiba,
I
the
will
movie
not.
Mugen Train, but like, is it Mugen?
I don't
None of
know,
us
guys.
are
Protagonist
Japanese,
on a
so-
train.
Protagonist
So-
on a
something.
train.
Oof.
There's protagonists on this train.
Woo!
Right. Anyways,
Wow,
I
okay.
thought it was pretty awesome, and the animation was impeccable as always.
Wow, that was amazing. That analysis is just really in depth, and I feel like it just covered the severity and the gravity of the entire project as a whole, and I feel like it just encapsulated what it meant to have viewed Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, Mugen Train, the movie.
Thank you.
Yes,
I
I-
really tried my hardest to encapsulate everything about that movie into 2 sentences.
Yeah, that
because
was brilliant.
that's exactly
honestly.
what I was planning to do.
All right,
Now I'm gonna
everyone. Well,
hand it over
thank
to
you for
you.
coming out. Well, I mean, objectively, I feel it was very Gucci, and there was trains in it. And as a person who had a train phase as a young child, that was rather satisfying.
Oh yes.
Thank you for having an in-depth analysis on the movie. You really encapsulated every part of the production process and the animation and the storyline. I really felt the emotions that you felt in that movie.
You know,
during
I
Thank
didn't
you.
even watch the series. I went to this movie with no knowledge.
This
Really
is
did,
true.
yeah.
No knowledge.
We all got to watch it
But
together
you
in
know what?
cinemas.
From the movie, I figured out the plot pretty much. Like they literally explained the whole plot in the movie, and I was like,
I
okay,
kind of did a little bit.
They pretty much did.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I guess that's good from, to help new watchers like yourself understand the context without just watching a bunch of fight scenes and going, well, that was
Wow.
cool. I still don't know what's happening and I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, they had to make it, safe. I think that's the word, but, enjoyable for people who hadn't seen the previous, first season of Demon Slayer. So,
yeah.
Yeah, because it did seem to blow up after this as well. I've been getting tons of recommendations about it on YouTube.
yeah.
Even though I've never seen anything from it before, so it's fair enough.
Which is kind of impressive because it
Yeah.
was everywhere like last year, I think, or was it 2019?
Was it?
I think it's 2019.
Well, okay.
It was 2019. It was probably like the most Western, like aside from like your typical Pokemon and shit, it was the most influential anime in like Western society. Like it was fairly
Really?
big.
I think that's
Yeah,
a
like
bit of a
outside of
stretch to
Japan.
say that, but it definitely did blow up in in mainstream Western media. Like there were a lot of like YouTubers covering it, even some external things. It was just very popular during that time.
Yes.
Yeah. But it's good to see it, have a resurgence in popularity as well, because it really does deserve it. Like the animation is it's really unique, beautiful. The way that they they choreograph the fight scenes, as well as like they have like respective not powers, but like almost like schools of fighting stuff.
Wow. Wow.
Fighting stuff.
Really?
I don't know, like the main character uses like the motif of water, right? Another guy uses the motif
Oh.
of fire in their fighting styles, right? And so when they're using their their weapons, the animation portrays that kind of thought and style of fighting with actual water and fire effects, and it looks amazing, and I love it. And I love it so much that I can't speak.
Yeah, I can tell. Like, it's
Obviously.
really got you
What is
grasping
English?
for words.
I know. I woke up at like half an hour ago, okay? Don't judge me.
That's right.
I feel like that's a lie because about 3 hours ago you messaged us saying if
Well,
we could
I-
postpone it by an hour.
Shut up. I went back to sleep, okay?
Fair enough.
Oh, wow. Typical.
I'm just
To be
saying,
fair-
I was
Wow,
up
did
at
you
like
really just
6.
say typical, Brandon? I'm not
Of
letting
course
that
I said
slide.
typical. I will take any opportunity to roast you this episode. I called you a
You
Yeah, I
loser
already
didn't
called
twice.
get
me a
up from
loser
bed.
twice.
I
think that
know.
they'll
And I'll
feel
do it
that.
again, loser.
What?
Boom.
Ay.
Yeah.
I will
I had-
recite that bastard copy pasta to you personally.
What are you
I
talking
will
about?
send you so many voicemails.
What are you talking about?
Oh,
I
no.
don't even know what you're talking about. So
Good.
Get on my
Good. It's gonna have so much more effect when you listen to it, and you cringe so much that you just combust.
What? You know what? Okay, I'll give you that. That'll probably
Back
happen.
on the subject of Demon Slayer, what did you guys think of it?
Well, you go ahead, Butch.
I thought it was great. Guys.
Oh, I'm sure you did, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I love how you have this youth. His name is Tanjiro or something. Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
He begins a quest to fight demons and save his sister, whose name is Nezuko.
Are you
Zuko,
reading the
Avatar?
synopsis of the movie?
Wow. No, not at all. I'm definitely not reading a review from Google. Okay.
Oh my god.
Like, this movie just made my day a whole lot better.
Oh, I'm
It is
sure
nothing. It is nothing but a masterpiece from Ufotable. The animation, the soundtrack, the
Wow.
music, the motion is just amazing. Wow. Anyways, Budgie, please continue. This movie is so long.
I like how like Cal is just like, oh, okay, go ahead, Budge, and then Brandon's just like, oh, it was great. I'm gonna,
He
I'm
just
gonna
had to
read the
self-insert
synopsis
himself
of
there. He's like, oh, they're talking about me.
Yeah.
yeah,
From
I'm
Lazy Town.
Budge.
Hey, look, I had to take the opportunity while I could. All right, that review is just too good. It's literally a page long.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
sure it
Okay.
is.
Yeah.
What size
Anyways.
font is it?
Oh, like 12, man.
Wow.
Jesus. Anyway, sorry, Budgie. Please continue.
You know what? I'm not gonna say anything anymore.
Oh no.
Oh no, don't make me feel bad.
Do it.
That's
I
Brandon's
swear,
thing.
This was not my intention. I'm so sorry.
It was entirely your intention. You can't take that back now.
No, it really wasn't. But please, I don't understand what's happening with this movie, so someone explain it to me like I'm 5.
I mean, as Jay was saying, the animation really is what's key about Demon Slayer, I think. Because, let's be honest, like, I mean, the plot isn't extremely profound. Like, it's a fairly good plot, and you could see it working with just about any other animation studio. Like, this shit would be a hit, regardless. But where it really shines is its care to attention in detail when it comes to the animation. I mean, it mixes a lot of traditional styles, like what Jay was saying with the, especially with the fight scenes and whatnot, when characters start using their elemental or otherwise breathing techniques, which is also like founded in a lot of like Eastern traditions, like breathing and centering oneself and whatnot. Like you'll find that in martial arts where they use breathing techniques in order to steady the body and center yourself a lot better. Also to calm yourself, but you can also take punches a lot better, like to the abdomen, if you're breathing correctly. Like there's actual like a basis to that. But yeah, like that's essentially how it's founded, like through breathing and whatnot. These very human people, just average humans, are able to essentially fight on a supernatural level with some elemental yada yada thrown in. But what really gets people is the animation. Like it won Best Animation of the Year in 2019.
As it should. As it
As
should.
it really should. Like most animes, like they'll deviate or like fluctuate in that, like the quality. Like the fight scenes will be really, really good, and then like everything else, like it'll be a bit goofy. But yeah, Demon Slayer does not do that. Everything's like perfect. Every single frame could be a fucking wallpaper.
Yeah, that's true.
That's really good. Jesus.
Can I just say something?
Yes, go for it.
Like, I feel like the funniest thing in that made me laugh so much was just, oh yeah, you're dying, just breathe.
Yeah!
Breathe.
there's like a scene where he's like, he got stabbed or something.
Just breathe, dude.
Yeah, he was just told to
Breathe.
breathe. He was like, you just gotta total concentration breathing to heal yourself.
Block off your arteries. Stop bleeding. Breathe.
Wow.
Oh no.
Did that work?
Oh, it did for Tanjiro.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Is that applicable in
breathes.
real life? I don't know. There might be a group of monks that think it is.
You want to try it, Callan?
Sure. Just find an appropriate knife-like appendage and we'll try it out.
I have a USB.
That'll do. It's yeah, close enough.
Alright. Next time we all physically meet up, we'll do
Yes.
that. Okay. Till next episode. Whoa.
Bless you.
Gesundheit. Thank you.
Bless you. Anyhow.
But yeah. Oh no, it's contagious.
Oh god.
Mine wasn't as big though.
That's what she said.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow. That was the joke?
Yes.
Thing that we all say. Well, that
Oh no.
thing that Callan and I pretty much only say.
Wow, interesting.
Anyhow.
Absolutely
Uh,
riveting. But yeah,
Exactly.
I think I like the format of having the Demon Slayer movie instead of a series, because they really were able
Really?
to expand on the whole arc, like pretty succinctly, instead of having it span over a couple episodes where they'd have to, work with those breaks. I think that was
That's true.
nice, and it was the continuity between the end of the season and the movie. It flowed very nicely, and I hope they do go back to like releasing a second season as well. I think that'd be cool.
I mean, inevitably they're going to.
Yeah.
Like, the way that they've used the movie to set the stakes for the second season, I think, was absolutely well mastered. Like, it was excellent, I feel.
Mm.
Because for the duration of the entire movie, they hype up like this enemy who, for lack of better words, is like middling tier, but you wouldn't really register that until you get to the end of the movie, where they just throw in a surprise antagonist who just comes out of nowhere. Like, and in doing so, like, they're using this antagonist to essentially kill off the MVP of the movie. I'm not gonna spoil it too much, but like, by setting the stakes so high, by treating the death of one of the more powerful, like a protagonistic or like supporting cast members, by killing them off in the last 5 or so minutes, for essentially plot relevance wise shits and giggles,
Oh.
sets like a massive precedent for like the season 2, and
Yeah,
there's
I
no
think
way
it-
that they're not
yeah.
going to continue after
Yeah.
that.
I think they also like by adding in that other antagonist, the fight scene between the two characters in that, it really highlights how out of his depth like Tanjiro really is. Like we've been following his story because he is the protagonist, right? And all his major feats, like his development to become like a demon slayer, getting better, using fire breathing or flame breath or something like that. Like those are massive for him. But then we pan over to this absolutely insane shit to the fan fucking fight, and it really contrasts how much he has left to kind of learn. And
It gives a
And
lot
it
more
gives-
gravity
yeah.
to the world.
a lot more gravity, and it also tells the audience that this story is definitely far from over. There's going to be so many more things to come, so that their anticipation for future releases of seasons and movies is going to be heightened even more. It sinks more into their brains, so when they see something come out, they're like, I remember how good that movie was. I'm going to give a listen and a watch to
Yeah.
this, which I think is
So,
cool.
I mean, especially after season 1, you like the protagonist Tanjiro certainly goes through like a lot of like character movements, and you almost feel like he's starting to get like significant power-wise. You start to get the sense that hey, he can actually take on really dangerous demons and whatnot.
and then
this movie comes
bitch
along.
out.
And they just curb stomp all over that notion.
Yeah, and it's gonna be so much. Like, hopefully, I don't know. I haven't read the manga or anything. I don't know what's happening, but it'd be really cool to see how they take his character and how strong or not strong he gets. Like, whatever his limitations are. Does he exceed them? Does he not?
What are they given like reverse protagonist syndrome?
Yeah,
It never gets any better.
yeah. Never know. But
They won't,
so like,
but it'd be funny.
Yeah, but Budgie, because you didn't actually see season 1, do you think you'd go back and watch it, or do you think you'd want to watch season 2, or was this more just like a one-off movie that you liked in its solidarity?
It's probably just like a movie, like, because I don't watch anime for personal reasons.
That's true.
Because I stopped a long time ago, and I don't. It was just like a suddenly like, you know what, I'm not comfortable watching anime anymore, so I stay away from it as much as I can. But like for some reason, anime movies like I'm okay with.
Yeah.
And like it's just like, you know, this is pretty nice. I've watched a ton of anime movies like Your Name and
Oh yeah.
all that.
Yeah, no.
all
I mean,
that,
those
like,
are good
and-
because they're like self-contained, so most of the time, if
There
they're
isn't
done
that
well, they'll have that
serial
context
structure.
there.
Yeah.
What about you, Brandon? After the riveting conversation,
One who
Well-
has seen the movie.
no.
Yes,
I'm talking
twice,
to you as
yeah.
in somebody who's just listened to this conversation. Do you feel interested in any regards
Honestly,
to going and watch it?
Yes, because I'm a big fan of huge action scenes. Like
Oh,
that's why I
it's
love
wonderful.
Ruby so much, just because of how cool the action is in that show. And I just want to see cool things fighting each other. You know, that'd be fun.
I mean, it
As
literally
well.
has Slayer in the name. You think there was no fighting?
Yeah.
Well, no,
He just does a Naruto and becomes friends with them all.
The
Is that what
power of
happens?
It's just
friendship.
Naruto and it has like a bunch of fillers in between
Exactly.
the
That's
fights.
fucking Naruto's biggest power. He befriends his enemies at the last minute.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Practically every time, like massive fight scene, and then Naruto just says, "I'm gonna be Hokage someday, and I want to be your friend. Believe it," and that works.
So he's like Steven Universe, just
Essentially.
as a ninja. Okay, well that makes sense then.
Interesting.
All right, but yeah, no, it does seem quite interesting. I'll check out the trailers and stuff later.
Woo! Got a
Yes.
new member on board. Yeah.
Possibly.
Whoa.
Well then,
On board the Mugen train.
oh, that's right. That's the name of them. Okay.
Yeah.
I get the joke. Yeah.
Ho, ho,
Anyway.
ho.
Funny pun.
But yes. I think we have one more announcement to make regarding one of our core members here.
It's
Right.
me.
Yeah.
It's you.
What do you have to say about that, Jay?
Well, unfortunately, guys, I won't be returning to another episode for a little bit. I have my own personal reasons, just very busy and stuff. But in my place, I have gotten somebody to take my position so that you guys
Not my
aren't
ex-wife.
new. No,
Oh,
not your
no.
ex-wife. I would never.
I feel like you were about to say crown there.
Yeah, you
Take
can
my
take my
crown.
crown too. Well, actually,
I mean,
no. I'm keeping that
sense.
crown because I will be back. I will be back, and there's
This
nothing
is
you can
true.
do about it.
You better be back.
But
One
for the
day.
time being, would you like to say a little hello, new host?
Hello.
Oh my.
Whoa, oh my god, is that guest Reggie from a couple episodes ago?
No,
Holy. Oh. Oh, okay, never
it's
mind.
your manager, Reggie.
Oh!
It's Manager Reggie.
Yo.
Manager Red.
We're
And
back.
she's ready to tackle this podcast, and I couldn't have found a better person to take my place.
Hell yeah.
We never
No
publicly
worries.
mentioned that you were our manager after that episode, did we?
We did.
Probably not.
We did in
Did we?
episodes, but not like on social media, which is where we probably should have.
Probably.
No, it's
We're
alright.
gonna-
I've been
Regardless.
working under the, under the
Underground.
She's been
Yeah.
doing all the hard work behind the
Underground.
scenes.
Under stress.
I've been on the sidelines.
Hell yes.
You guys are stressful.
Yeah, but I
Raise
hope
your
you guys
hand.
don't miss me too much. Not that you will, but you know.
Well, I feel
Well-
like that's underselling yourself.
Yeah. Now
I
we don't.
already miss you.
Yeah. Now we're not going to be able to record from a nice studio room,
Yeah, we're gonna
Jack.
be stuck in a
Yeah.
shed now.
Instead, we have a
Yeah,
shed.
This is the fourth
Which is
location,
the
ladies and gents.
second best option.
True.
Yeah, we have like a lot of locations now. There was location 1 and location 2, then we got location 3.
And then
Location
the
2 was hit by a tsunami.
It was
Location 1
1
collapsed, I
earthquake.
think. Yeah, from an
Ah,
earthquake.
Yeah.
Location 3 is now unavailable, but location 4.
Location 4, it's not going anywhere.
I think that's gonna be a hot
Oh, yeah.
spot.
because it's a shed.
It's a shed.
Yes, the most weakest structure out of all of those. Yep.
No, it's a fairly sturdy shed.
Okay, well, I'll take your word. But Jay,
Well-
I think we all have one more question for you.
It doesn't
Um,
work if you can't like hold up your hands.
Yeah, I realize
Three,
that.
2, 1.
Any last words?
Wow.
That was
First, last,
amazing.
Jenny.
Please.
Hell yeah.
What are we
We
meant
need
to
to work on
say
that.
again?
Well, either
I
way.
leave for 1 second and you guys are already falling apart.
Yep, that's pretty
My
accurate.
Jokes on
Let's
you have
just
been
be
falling
kind.
apart for years.
Yeah, same.
Well, my last words would be, I will be back. So don't
Oh.
miss me too much.
Okay, so not
Also
your
be
last
kind.
words. Or just...
Threatening.
It is.
Just a little bit.
It is.
Just some very mild Arnold Schwarzenegger
Yeah,
vibes.
yeah.
I'll be back. Oh, no.
Anyways, thanks for joining the podcast. I've been Jay.
Well, everyone, thank you for coming out, listening to
I've gotta
Jay's
clean my
final
flute.
words. Just a little bit.
I'm
Yeah,
so
and this is also the Spotify debut, so remember, if you're watching this or listening to this on Spotify, just let us know by watching this again on YouTube, commenting down below that you watched this on Spotify. If you, if you want to hear more of Jay's magnificent flute, be sure to let us know so that she knows to come back when she's got some spare time in her schedule.
Exactly.
Will be available on Google Podcasts shortly. In addition, also Apple Podcasts and some other smaller platforms.
Exactly.
This is the greatest outro theme of all time. Like, this is...
Is this
Keep
gonna be
going.
the intro music?
And super important as well, don't forget to check Jay out on her Instagram page where she does amazing artworks.
Absolutely outstanding. And
Oh my
please
God,
do
he's
send
plugging
commissions
for
her way.
me.
Yes, link in the description below.
Aw.
Commissions!
Thanks, guys.
Send them her way.
Yeah, give her
She's
money.
absolutely amazing artist.
Deserves it. Exactly.
Yeah, I might give you guys a discount, possibly.
Ooh.
Whoa, $2 off?
If you
If,
use the
if
code.
if you send me code Any Last Words Podcast, I will give you a
Yo,
discount.
there you go, everyone. You heard it here first. Discounts
But
and
only if you
commissions
say
from
that.
Jay. But only if you type in ALW or Any Last Words Podcast when you submit your commission.
Exactly.
That was great.
Bye.
Toodaloo, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
We try again. It's been like half an hour since I did it. Wait. Oh, that's why. One more time. Ready?